y'all. We are back for video number 2 this week, and I'm doing one that I haven't done in a while, which is new in beauty. And this is kind of a mix of first impressions and just stuff that's new to me that I've gotten either through PR or stuff that I've bought. Most of it is PR and is sent to me. I will distinguish between the stuff that I did buy, but I think this video may make some of you shit your pants, because when you see 2 of the brands that I mention in terms of these new products, you're gonna be amazed that I'm even talking about them, that I even put them on my face, that potentially they may even be good products. I'm even surprising myself, and this goes back to the mentality that my mom has taught me, which is, well, she's made me try mushrooms many times, and I've tried mushrooms like, I want to say like 40 times, 50 times, something crazy, and I still hate them. But the thing is, when a lot of these brands that I may have hated or disliked years ago come out with new products, maybe some of the newer ones are good. So I'm giving them another shot, but still might make you shit your pants, like I said. So with that, I'm going to start off and show you clips of what I just did. So this one, we're starting off right with the shocker with Monet. I know. How could I talk about an MLM? How can I even mention it? I feel awful just even mentioning this, but this was a gift from a friend. And this is the Berry Refined Scrub, which is basically an exfoliating mask for the face. And it has skin brightening AHAs, cranberry seeds, and it is resurfacing and smoothing. The packaging really is beautiful, and that's kind of the outside box, but they separate the actual top. This that you see here with the little spatula came separately wrapped in its own plastic, and this was completely covered, so you had to actually open it in order to even get into the product. Normally when I get a product like this, this is already in the actual, like it's already in its format. It's not separate, but this actually had the top separated, which is interesting. This smells really nice. I just did it. My skin feels really smooth. This clings to the skin a little bit, and it does feel like it's also giving you a little bit of hydration and moisture. But other than that, I mean, I'm kind of shocked that I did enjoy this. It smells really nice, it's fresh. I feel like I need to dive more into the products, but you guys know I really strongly hate MLMs. This one is also going to make you shit your pants. So first of all, Tula. Tula sent me 3 products, and actually it wasn't Tula, it was QVC HSN, because they had a really good deal with, let's see, we've got the Cult Classic Purifying Face Cleanser. This is probably the face cleanser that everybody who loves Tula just constantly talks about. And just to give you background here, I liked Tula, I liked their products maybe like 7 or 8 years ago. And back then when I was just getting into skincare, I thought the brand was fine. I feel now, after having explored many other brands, hundreds of other skincare brands, that this is kind of like an overpriced Neutrogena brand. It's nice, it's got the probiotic benefit, but it's just not worth the price point if I'm comparing what I know I can get for the price. The thing I am going to try from Tula today and tell you, which really did catch my eye, is this Rose Glow and Get It Cooling and Brightening Eye Balm. I love an eye balm, but I also love something that's nice and cooling around the under eyes. And I feel like I've heard that they have 3 or more eye balms, and that this just fits perfectly kind of in the little crevice under your eyes. So we are going to test this out. And I'm trying to think, we'll actually start with this because you guys know I do like to apply eye products first instead of going in with serums and things of that nature. So this just says, apply around the eye area for instant cooling and a rose glow. Use under and over makeup as needed throughout the day for an instant pick-me-up. The weird thing is that they came out with a new one in collaboration with someone, and it's basically the same product. The other one may have had some caffeine or something in it, I don't even remember, but I'm just surprised by the fact that they made another of the same product. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? I'm kind of talking cryptically because I don't want to talk too much shit, but you guys know I'm so honest that I can't help it. So feels really lightweight, definitely brightening. You can kind of see, does give me a nice lift. Feels really nice, honestly. I mean, I don't really have any complaints. Does fit really nicely in the inner corner of your eye. So, I mean, so far this is fine. The thing about these products is that they all feel good and they're hyped up and they're pretty. And I mean, how cute is this to take in your bag with you throughout the day and just apply under your eyes? Thing is how effective is it really? That's my question. So anyway, that's the next product. It's fine. I can't really say too much else about it. The one thing I'm very excited to try is the Soon Skincare Vitamin C Serum. I love vitamin C. This is my favorite product to apply in the morning in particular. Morning and night is best, but in the morning, this really helps your skin fight all the environmental stressors and toxins that are going to be sent its way. So if you, let's just say, for example, you live in a highly polluted city like New York City or LA, you definitely want to have a vitamin C serum before you leave your house at any point, because the vitamin C is really going to help your skin fight off all the radicals, all the toxins in the air that are just inevitable. Basically the stressors you don't even see. And this is one thing that I feel like a lot of people have kind of started to understand, even with blue light. You don't see the screen hurting your skin and your eyes, but we now have research that it does. So with that, I love vitamin C. I have not tried this yet. And it is a really nice pale yellow color. There's a lot of vitamin C's I've seen that are that kind of really dark, almost orangish color. And I believe that's the color of the SkinCeuticals one, which is kind of the all-time like best vitamin C serum ever. This is interesting, but this is called the Phoenix 15% Pure Vitamin C and E Serum. The biggest piece of advice in terms of vitamin C that I have for you guys is when you're looking at the ingredients, you want to make sure that this has L-ascorbic acid. I'll have that written down in the description so you guys know exactly how to spell it. But if it doesn't have that, it may be like a convoluted fake type of vitamin C. So it's really important that it does have ascorbic acid, because that is what vitamin C is. So typically I basically just do a lot of that. So this is more gel-like. The SkinCeuticals one is very runny. It feels like it could just like slide right through your fingers. This is definitely more gel-like, which I do kind of like, if I'm not lying. It just feels really nice on the skin. And this has a very light scent. A lot of vitamin C's actually have a really heavy, almost sunscreen or tan, not sunscreen, it's like a tan scent. If you guys know the smell of tan, sometimes vitamin C's have a similar scent. So this becomes kind of tacky quickly, nice and absorbent, and that is it. And you know, we always press our serums in, try to get them as deep as you can into the skin, but that gel turns really tacky. Really interesting formulation. Feels really good. Okay. We got a lot of stuff over here, so I'm going to show you a couple of these. This is a brand new launch from Dermalogica. It is their Neck Fit Contour Serum. So I start to kind of see a trend when I start to see a lot of these similar PR products being sent from brands. Right now we're really living in this situation of contouring and also focusing on the neck and décolletage, because this is a very sensitive area. And I notice when I'm sleeping, just the way that I sleep, I already cause myself really bad lines. And my lines are pretty bad considering how much skincare goes on my neck. This actually reminds me of one of my collaborations for adaatude, which was with Spencer Barnes. And they had a really cool sculpting wand. So the product is in some sort of a tube, but then the actual applicator is a metal roller or metal something that you then use in order to massage your skin. Now with this one, I can actually see this is the same type of thing. You've got a little roller here. So you're basically, let's see, we got on, and then you press it and the product comes out, and then you just go up and down the neck. Feels really nice and cooling, which is a huge benefit of a metal roller. But if you guys have an ice roller, this is the same type of concept, except this cream is for the neck. And you really do want to focus on pushing upwards. Whenever you're doing some kind of motion, think of lifting it up. I know it almost feels instinctive to like bring it down, but you want to go upwards. It has a really light scent, nothing too abrasive, but definitely has a bit of a scent. And you just kind of go in, you can even contour this cheek area, and this can help with a little bit of lymphatic drainage. And I like to kind of get into the crevices of the jawline because I do feel like if you get a little bit of that extra bloat, it could make this area look more chiseled. I'm just saying. It's essentially a massage, a neck massage for the skin, but it's like a workout because this is not, I wouldn't say it's not pleasant, but it's definitely, it can be uncomfortable depending on how much pressure you put, but it's not like a walk in the park. But again, it's not painful. It's really hard to explain, but I like to go in pretty hard and just kind of get in here. Okay. I love the addition of these little like metal rollers and just the applicator itself because we're now getting kind of a tool with the product. Because if you buy this and once you run out of the product, you can still use this metal tool. You don't need to buy another one. Do you know what I mean? So it kind of gives you 2 for 1 because you can just keep using the tool and just get something else. You can use any sort of serum, a moisturizer, whatever you want, and just keep using the tool. So it's a really good bang for your buck because you're technically getting a tool out of it too. I'm just gonna quickly mention I'm drinking this. This is Cann, C-A-N-N, Social Tonic. They're not sponsoring this, but this has THC and CBD. It's only got 2 milligrams of THC and then 4 milligrams of CBD, but this is delicious. It's basically an alternative, a non-alcoholic alternative. No hangover, not that much sugar, and it tastes delicious. And it definitely gives you like that nice zen chill vibe, which I'm here for. Okay, here's a skincare lineup here that I grabbed. I probably should read these to make sure I'm not doing the same thing over. We've got one from Sand and Sky. This is their Tasmanian Spring Water Splash Serum. Okay, I've tried their masks in the past. So this under eye sensation is now coming through. It kind of feels slightly tingly. Almost feels like there's a little bit of like mintiness or something, but it's cooling. We've got the Sunday Riley 15% Vitamin C Brightening Serum. So this one does really brighten the skin, but because I really wanted to try the Soon Skincare, I'm not gonna put this on. I mean, I could, but what's the point of using 2 vitamin C's? Then we've got a Murad Rapid Dark Spot Correcting Serum. This is one of their new launches. You can apply this morning and night, and it just says that it promotes surface cell turnover for even bright skin. So I may go with that because it's got the brightness that the Sunday Riley one has without the vitamin C. So that may be a good one to do. And then this is the Plumping and Renewing Serum from Tatcha. And it basically says this has green tea, rice, algae, plus hyaluronic acid. You pump 1 to 2 onto clean, dry skin morning and night. So I'm gonna go in with this one because this is more of a brightener and it's also hyaluronic. And it doesn't seem to compete with any of the others. But I am curious to see what is in this Tasmanian one. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. T-A-S-M-A-N-I-A-N, Tasmanian Spring Water. Okay, so it says it helps reduce the appearance of fine lines and dryness for more youthful looking skin with potent weightless serum, 2 types of hyaluronic acid to help hydrate and replenish skin with moisture, with fermented Australian sea kelp that protects and soothes, plus the Tasmanian spring water fortified with minerals and ultra fresh straight from the spring. So it's got a little bit of that same hyaluronic here. So you know what? I'm just gonna create a little cocktail here. We're gonna just do 2 pumps of this guy, maybe 3. And then I'm gonna do a couple drops of this because they're different, but they also have this hyaluronic in both. But it's not gonna hurt me to put more hyaluronic. And then we just do a little mixture. You know I love a nice mixture. I have to say my skin does feel really smooth after that exfoliator, but I feel it's the same as if I used my Foreo device. It's just nice and exfoliating, which gives you that soft skin underneath. So it's not unlike my skin to be super soft and smooth, but I do like how that felt. I can't believe I'm saying that. Okay, so that's a nice little hydrating cocktail that I made with the Sand and Sky Tasmanian Spring Water and then the Tatcha Dewy Serum. We're also going to go in with this Murad Dark Spot Corrector. I love a nice dark spot corrector. And this has a really interesting, like slightly yellow orangish consistency. Definitely more of a serum. Ooh, it's got a scent to it. Whew. It's kind of tingly. I'm hoping this said to use morning and night. We'll see. Yep, AM and PM. Massage evenly. Use the Murad sunscreen during the day. Okay. So I just kind of put it all over. This should help with like some of the sunspots and any acne spots. Something like this takes a very long time to actually see the difference. When you're trying to get rid of sunspots or dark spots, it's going to take a while. But it does help quicken the process of basically getting rid of the spots. I do believe that these products help quite a bit. Okay, we're getting through a lot of these. Okay, so I have the Sand and Sky Tasmanian Spring Water Boost Cream. I can go in with the hydration from Clear Start. Let's try this one because I have literally not even opened this yet. And the more products I mention in the video, the better, because I just feel like there's so much that I was actually interested in trying out. Okay, so I don't know if this is just old or what, but it kind of looks like cottage cheese. It's like kind of chunky on the inside. No idea. It kind of looks cottage cheesy. And there is a little bit of water separation. I think I got this, I don't know, it's probably been a month or two, honestly. But, ooh, feels nice and soothing on the skin. Has a cooling effect. Smells pleasant. Sand and Sky has really grown since I used one of their masks, gosh, years ago now. It was one of the pink clay, Australian pink clay masks, because the brand is from Australia, if I'm not mistaken. So see, I kind of try to do like these upwards motions just to kind of get the skin lifted, give yourself a little bit of like that lymphatic drainage. It's good to massage your own face consistently and kind of get rid of that bloat and excess. Okay, so skin is looking nice and hydrated. All new products, and I picked ones that I have never used before. So anything that I may have liked, I was like, I already know I like it. We're not going to use it here because this is an first impressions and also just new in beauty PR. Okay, we got two options here because we're going to do some makeup. I have the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Primer. It's oil-free, makeup gripping base for all day. And then this is a new one from Benefit, the Porefessional Super Setter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray. I believe this came from QVC HSN fam. So what I think I'll do is I'll start with the primer and then I'll use the Super Setter at the end. So we're gonna get a little nice mix of both and just see how they feel in terms of consistency and formulation, smell, all of that good stuff. Okay. Okay, so this is like a slightly pink formulation. Okay, it feels nice and canvasy, like I have a smooth canvas on my skin. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay. This is another brand that I loved for a while, and then I read on the Think Dirty app, which is a great app if you guys haven't heard of it. Basically shows kind of a breakdown of how clean or how dirty the brand is, depending on like toxic products, chemicals, all the ingredient breakdown. And so when I first was loving IT Cosmetics, this was like 5 years ago, maybe even longer, honestly. I've been doing this for a while, so I think it's been a while. I was on their PR list and I remember getting the CC cream, which everyone raves about, and I hated the CC cream so much. And when I looked it up in the Think Dirty app, it was like super toxic. They had been advertising as like clean, simple ingredients, and there was a lot of toxic shit in there. So I think it was like an 8 out of 10 for toxicity, and I was like, I don't want to use this on my face. I just got kind of grossed out by the brand. But I went back to Think Dirty a couple of months ago, and I was talking with someone actually about this, and we realized that the brand has really cleaned up their act, quite literally, and there isn't as much garbage in their ingredients. So this is another one that I kind of hated for a while or wasn't really a fan of, and they've kind of started to come back around because of the fact that they removed a lot of those like disgusting ingredients that they had back then, a lot of filler stuff. And I think as each brand grows, they're gonna want to be more sustainable. They're gonna wanna have better ingredients. The more educated we are, the more likely they are to remove all of that nonsense from the product. So I've been giving them another shot as well. So this is kind of a video about all the brands that I feel like I'm giving another shot to. Now with that, I have the primer on. We have a lot of makeup goodies from Revlon. And this isn't a brand that I use a lot. I mean, I don't really have anything against Revlon, but this is their new Revlon So Fierce eye collection. And it's all eye stuff. So we've got a mascara, then we've got these really cool liquid liners. I think I have a couple of these colors, but we've got like a gold, looks like a chrome, and then a purple, which is fun. And then these eyeshadow palettes, which I saw, and they look so cool. So it looks very interesting in terms of the package. I just love the artwork. So I'm like, I can't do that. I'm a simple person. I do not know how to make that look come to life. So let's see which colors I have in here, because there are a couple palettes. And I know I'm not going to open all of them because I'm going to want to give some away to you guys, but I may open like 1 or 2 of my favorites. So we've got the mascara. I'm going to test out the mascara because I can give you a verdict pretty quick on that. And then we have kind of the chrome color, the purple, and the gold, or bronze, as they say. It's liquid liner. I'm just using this Revlon palette, and I'm using my main vanity mirror here. This is a nice gray color. And you guys know, I just slap on some eyeshadow. I don't really have the patience to blend for 16 hours, none of that nonsense. And then I'm taking this darker brown color, and then I'm gonna put this white color kind of in the inner corner to give it a nice little pop. And this is just going in the outer corner. This is, I don't know why I just said it like that. This is a very powdery formulation. It's really soft. It feels like it could wipe off really easily, so you may want to put some eye primer on. From what I can tell here, it's just kind of fluttery. It's a very light powder formulation. So we'll just go with the darker eye. It kind of looks like I got a black eye, as my dad would always tell me. This little hair clip is not holding the hair back. Okay, and then I'm going to use this brush for this inner corner area. Wondering if you can even see or tell that that's there. And that's the thing that sometimes I feel like with drugstore eyeshadows, it just doesn't have the same pigment. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes the pigment just is not there. So I find it interesting when I try them, and I'm like, I don't know. This is like an old trick that I learned in YouTube way back in the day, where you put this on the inner corner. Okay. Now we need to clean all of this up, right? I don't have any new concealers at the moment. I am going to have a new concealer here soon, but a good one that you guys can obviously remember from a lot of my tutorials is the Rodial one. This is the Banana Lowlighter. It was sold out for a long time. It's now back. It's awesome. And you know what? I'm just gonna go in. I know this goes against my typical rules, but I'm going in with a dry beauty blender. It was wet earlier. But look at how brightening this is. This is a really good concealer, you guys. If you have really dark under eye circles, or, you know, they're super, what's the word? You just have, what am I thinking? Hollowness in your under eyes. This just gives it such beautiful light. I have the Dior one too, which kind of does something similar, but it is just remarkable how this brightens up so easily. Oh yeah, it's really nice. You know what? Here is my pro tip when you're feeling kind of lazy and you don't want to get up and wet your beauty blender. You're just gonna, well, you don't want to wet it with the sink. You can just kind of wet it with a setting spray. I forgot about my own little trick. And I have to tell you guys, the scent that comes with a Professional and with Benefit blushes, like Coralista, oh, I love those smells. There's just something nostalgic and fresh and clean about the smell. Okay, so we're kind of getting through the eye situation, and now I'm gonna test this out. I don't know how this is gonna go. Interesting. Yeah, it's just chrome ink. Okay. I'm like, okay. Well, it's super easy to apply properly. Oh yeah, that's quite nice. It's not super intense either. Okay, and I'm seeing that I have little speckles of shit all over my face. This is a combination of using a couple different silicone products usually. Yeah. So the eyeshadow is actually falling off completely. It's just too lightweight. It's not that long-lasting formulation that I really enjoy. It's just kind of falling apart on me here. And as you can see, on the eyes, you can't even tell that I have this gold on. So it's just not very intense. Yeah, it's just not very intense at all. I think we're gonna go in with the By Terry foundation because it's the closest shade and it's just easy to apply. So far in terms of the Revolve, the Revlon products, I don't know, I'm not really the biggest fan. That's my first impression. I find that even some of the Charlotte Tilbury shadows that I typically use just have more pigment and they're not just as fluttery and disposable as these seem to me at the moment. And I'm sorry I'm not looking at you guys. It's less annoying if you know clearly that I'm looking in the mirror than it would be if I was looking in the viewfinder. I find it the most annoying thing when someone is looking at the viewfinder and not at the actual camera. So I figure if I'm not looking in that direction, it's probably less annoying to you too. It's one of those subconscious things that I think we all kind of prefer. Seriously, if anyone is always looking at the viewfinder, you will not have a subscribe from me. I just can't stand that shit. Okay. So skin is looking a little bit nicer here. cleaned up all those little particles. So we kind of have a good canvas going here now. I've got a lot of new stuff in here, but we're not going to talk about this, are we? I guess we could talk about this because I actually haven't used this at all. We are going to talk about one of these items. What is this exactly? Oh, it's a primer. We're not going to talk about the primer because I already did a primer. Okay. So the other thing I have used, this is kind of cheating because I have used the Tom Ford liner a few times, and this is actually a brown shade. I did have a black shade from them a while back, but I decided to go, this is the shade Chocolate. Decided to go with this one because I can just rock this so much easier. And the best part is, if it looks like shite, it's not that alarming, okay? Whereas when you mess up with black, you gotta like rub your fingers for a while, then your eyes all red. It's just kind of annoying. So I'm just doing this at the ends because remember, I have the gold kind of on my lids. Okay. Now we're going in with this Revlon Big Bad Lash Mascara. I'm giving them a chance. Okay, the brush and the wand looks really good. We'll see if it's better than the eye products. Okay, the mascara so far is the best of all these eye products that I've tried. It actually works really well. Like, look at that difference just from a couple swipes. And it separates each lash as well, which is quite nice. I can't get over how ugly this liner is. Because it's such a fat brush, it gives you like a fat streak, but it's also not super vibrant. It's so hard to explain. It's almost like I should have just put the liner all over my entire eye, because I don't know if it should be liner. I'm really excited about the lip product today because we're going to learn that together. Yeah, okay, so mascara. This mascara is great. This is probably the best item from this Fierce collection from them. I would definitely buy this mascara at the grocery store or the pharmacy. This is a good one. Wow. I actually find that this works better than even some of my favorites, like Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara or the Benefit Roller Lash mascara. This one is really nice. If you guys remember, I wasn't even in the mascara game for a while because I had lash extensions, but now that I'm back, I'm like, I need something. This is a really effective brush. Separates each lash as well. Okay. I'm really liking this mascara. This is probably the winner of this entire makeup tutorial of new shit so far. Okay. Okay, Revlon, I forgive you for the powdery eyeshadow because wow, this mascara. Okay. So, I don't have any new blushes. Oh, I wanted to just quickly show these to you guys. We'll have to do another video at another time with these because I did want to try the Revlon stuff. But I got 4 of these little palettes from Too Faced. They each have a different scent to them. You've got Kitty Likes to Scratch. All of these are so cute, and they all do have a mirror, which is really nice. But I loved all of these colors. Really nice pink. Nice pink warm. They're not like neutrals. They're nice pink warm colors. I'm losing my adjectives. Then we have this one which says Light My Fire. We're a perfect match. This is Hot Tamale Fiery Red and Orange. Okay. Then we've got this one That's My Jam. So this is more purpley hues. Really pretty as well. My hand was shaking there for a second because of the way I was holding that. And then this one is Let's Play Camera Girl. These little tins are so adorable. They do such a great job with packaging, but hello, have you seen this? This reminds me of the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, the pink one. This is just gorgeous. I mean, see, this is what I mean. I should have not done the Revlon eyeshadows, but at least now we know. we know that they're not going to be as good as these. And this is one of those products where I want to keep all of them, but I kind of will regret it later. So I haven't decided if I'm going to give away some of them to you guys or keep them. We'll see. I'm gonna do the lip product now, and I did buy this myself as well. This is from the Method Gangster Chic. This is La Vie en Rosé Chic Lip, and this comes from Monaco. You guys know I love this brand. I will probably have to do a video here explaining the benefits of inulin and why I get my inulin from her, but Ingrid de la Marqueni is the owner and CEO of this company, and it is based in Monaco, France. So I buy a lot of stuff from her, but the thing I really like about her beauty products and her beauty launches is that they are very unique. I have kohl eyeliner that comes from Morocco, and the actual kohl is like pressed pigment. You put this glass applicator into the charcoal pigment and then you put it on your eyes. Super cool application, super authentic, and just raw. It's a raw product. It's not in the form of a pencil. It's not in the form of chemicals. So I really liked that. And there's also a lot of medicinal benefits for it even being in your eye. Like you can let the actual powdery element get into your eye and it helps with eye health. So super fascinating. She's taught me a lot. This is her most recent launch with the lip product. And similar type of thing here. I will probably include a link for you guys because I don't want to butcher the actual explanation of how this works. But this is another really unique beauty method that is just hardcore. So here we have, and if you guys don't know, I love her rose oil. It is pressed once. It's pure. It's literally you have a bunch of roses and she presses them once and it gives you pure rose oil. There's no other shit in there. It's fantastic. But you have a tiny little vial of the rose oil for your lips. So it's got a nice little applicator in there. This is so cute, so handy. Just throw it in your handbag. And then you've got the actual applicator. Now, if I am not mistaken, all I have to do is dip this into this little thing. And I have to tell you, I've had thousands of lipsticks, thousands. I've never seen anything like this. This is basically, it looks like a little clay situation. And it's got the actual red dye on the inside. I'm gonna have to share more about the specifics because I can't recall exactly what this all is. Is this clay? I don't know. But I just loved seeing this. And what you're supposed to do essentially is dip this into this color pigment and you can adjust the color based on what you want. But what we're gonna do first is just put a little bit of, so you can just put it directly onto the little applicator, but this is just so intriguing to me. I remember now she kind of did this where she takes the color and she runs this like that, and then you see the color, and then you apply it. Oh my gosh. You can see like the subtle chic red. Is just coming off because you're like scraping it from here. And this acts as more of a pigment and dye for your lips. You can already see, look at how much darker that color is. Have you ever seen anything like this before? This is like from the earth and the ground and you're using this on your lips. This is like the coolest thing. I just love her innovation and the way that she brings the innovation with her Moroccan background. This is so nice. Super subtle, soft on the lips, nothing crazy. And then this all just dries up and you can keep using it because you're gonna get a lot of color from this. It's not toxic or anything like that. Hey, mijita. And then you just put it back into this little thing. This is genius. And then I will actually, so your hands will get a little red, so if you wanted to, you could dip your finger in here, but it will color your hands. I'm just amazed by this. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. You can see like the red dye on here. I'm just gonna rub that off. Kind of looks like I had some hot Cheetos. That's fine. Very cool. Again, I'll include more details about this, and I may just have you guys check out the link directly, but I've been waiting for this for a long time because I want something that gives me that color, but it does not feel like I have anything on. Because this is rose oil with the red pigment, it doesn't feel like I have anything on the lips, but it's also super hydrating because it is rose oil. So it's just a genius method of having a really nice color, but at the same time, you can also build it. So it's very buildable. You can go as dark as you'd like if you keep applying more and more of the red, or you can just go very subtle. And again, like I said, this is supposed to turn into like a light pigment, but it is beautiful and it feels really good. I'm very impressed by this. Okay, so we got the eyes done. I'm looking for a blush as well as a highlight. I don't have anything new here in terms of those two, so we're just gonna use little ride or die situation, which is my Wander Beauty one. This is called the On the Glow Blush and Illuminator. I have the shades Bare and Nude Glow. Bare is the blush, and I'm just going to put that there. And then I kind of go in with my finger and spread it like this. You could just apply it more gracefully with one stick, with the side of the stick, I should say. That's nice. Okay. And then a little Nude Glow up here. And I just kind of dab it gently, run it up and down. You can clearly see, look at that glow. Okay. I feel like you guys, Wander Beauty doesn't get enough hype for the highlight, but it is some of my favorite highlight of all. I mean, yes. You can just see that instant glow there. I mean, oops, sorry, I was looking in the viewfinder. Okay, really nice, really nice. What do we want to do next? We've got the lips on. I think we're good. We're gonna just put a little bit of the Super Setter. And I love the smell of this. Just reminds me of Coralista. I need Coralista back in my life. I'm telling you, I loved that blush since the very beginning of my beauty journey, but this is so gentle and lightweight. I highly recommend this, honestly. Smells really nice, gentle, lightweight. Good. I hope you guys enjoy this. If there is anything in particular that you would like me to test out, let me know in the comments. And as a reminder, make sure you do read the description box because we do have a January giveaway going on here on YouTube. If you guys are interested in winning a T3 straightener, I think the value of it is over $200. There is a way that you can enter. It's basically liking, commenting on each video in January, and then being subscribed to my channel, which is super easy. And with that, I will see you guys in just a few days' time with another Monday mashup. Bye.